I do have another question.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a weird one.
right.
It's from Leslie J. And they ask, is it possible to be an expert on the drums if you've never picked up a pair of sticks and played?
An expert on the drums is the wrong way to say it. You could have expert level knowledge of the study of rhythm. Yes, without ever having played anything, for sure. The phrase I use in, what class was this in? 4 Phases of Drumming. It was called My Philosophy on Becoming a Great Drummer. In there, I talk about this little phenomenon that happens at a certain point in everyone's like progression as a drummer, where you become what I call like top heavy, and it means that you mentally conceptualize things beyond what you're able to play. And this happens after a while, where like I could write out a groove right now that I completely understand mathematically, conceptually. I know what every note is. I understand what these notes are, but that does not mean that I can sit down and play it right away. That is a separate thing altogether, to like teach this down to my body, right? So it's like you're top heavy, like you know more than you're able to play. And if you just started that way and said, I want to study rhythm, like give me a pen and paper with a drum teacher and sit down and just learn how to, like, let's say, read and count rhythm, you could become like a world-class expert on that, but have never actually played anything. Now, at some point you are going to have to use your body to express the rhythm. You could also use your voice, but you're going to run into some things where you have to snap, clap, count with your voice. Like, you're going to have to do something like that, but you could become an expert on the study of rhythm without ever playing the drums. That is totally possible. That would be weird, because I don't know what you do with that skill set if you can't bring it through. Like, if you have no voice, like no instrument to express it, like I'm not sure why you would want to do that unless you were just like a math nerd. If you were just fascinated by the mathematics and you wanted to study it, you could absolutely become an expert and have no ability to play. Those would be 2 separate skills, totally separate skills. Yeah.
And when combined, create great drummers.
Yeah, exactly. You should combine them. You should probably combine them.
Yeah, you should combine them.
But
yeah.
You wouldn't have to. No, you could definitely. I believe that there's someone on the planet that could come in here. They cannot play a basic rock beat, but they could like school me in theory.
Yeah,
that's definitely a person.
You could quiz them, and then they could get everything right.
Yeah. Well, this could be any industry. Like, there's one last example. You could have someone who knows an unbelievable amount about like rocket science, but they don't know how to fly a rocket. Like, they've never done that part.
Yeah.
But like all of the mechanisms of propulsion and all the weird science that makes it work, they could be an expert on all of that. But it doesn't mean that they've ever actually even touched a rocket. They just know how all of this works. Like that could happen for drums. Weird, but that could happen. Thank you for watching this clip of the Orlando Drummer Podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're looking for more content like this, consider yourself formally invited to come join me on orlandodrummer.com. It's an online drum school, very much in the style of Netflix. There's over 160 hours of content waiting for you there. You can try it free for 7 days at the link in the description. I'll see you guys there.